Warning: the Chaotic Culture Podcast is a program for mature audiences. The language and content presented in this podcast is of a mature nature that some audiences may not find suitable. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
Yeah. Embrace the culture, blaze the doja, grab your loved ones and bring them closer. Extra, extra, read the poster, the KKP is taking over. Sleeping on me, better smell the Folgers. I've been razor sharp since the Motorola. Off for O, like the cover Oprah. Popping bottles, feet all in the sofa. It's a celebration, though the times is hard. It's raining blessings, give it up to God. Chaotic culture, the greatest pod. With Cat the Pro, the one in charge, but it's a celebration. Times is hard. It's raining blessings, give it up to God. Chaotic culture, the greatest pod. With Cat the Pro, the one in charge.
We're living in a chaotic culture. 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 Oh, we're living in a chaotic culture. 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 Oh, we're living in a chaotic culture. 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 Oh, we're living in a chaotic culture. We're living in a chaotic culture. We're living in a chaotic culture. We're living in a chaotic culture.
So, it's another end of the year, ladies and gentlemen. We are approaching the Christmas holidays, and I'm actually kind of looking forward to it. I get a chance to go home, spend some time with my mom and my brother again. I haven't been back in Charleston since April, so it gives us the opportunity to spend another holiday together. This is like really the first time that I've spent 3 holidays with my fam in a while. Like I got a chance to spend Easter, Thanksgiving, and now Christmas with them, so I'm kind of excited. Anyway, I'm not going to be in your hair too long. You know, it's Christmas time, so I just wanted to leave a Christmas message. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chaotic Culture Podcast, the pod where chaos rules and black culture is elevated and embraced. This is your boy, Ked the Pro. As with all special episodes, I'm not going to do like the long introduction here. I'll save that for the actual normal episodes. If you hear something in the background, I do apologize. That is my washing machine going off. I am still in the middle of packing, so there's that. But, again, thank you guys for tuning in to this special edition. And I hope that you all have a wonderful holiday. And I hope that you get all the gifts that you wanted. And for those who were, on the naughty list, I hope you get, you already know what it is. For those who are on the actual naughty list, like the bad people list, I hope that you get what you deserve. But for those who are like naughty in the other sense, well, y'all already know what it is. But anyway, and then for those who were on the nice list, I hope that you did what you were supposed to do. I hope that you were kind to your fellow man, and I hope that you get an opportunity to spend some time with family, exchange gifts, share laughs, jokes, play some games, drink some alcohol, drink some eggnog if you drink eggnog, and among other things. If you eat fruitcake, I hope you love it. I don't know anybody that likes fruitcake, but I mean, if that's what you do, then by all means, do what it do. But the rest of us will be having a good time drinking spiked apple cider, among some other libations, as well as getting a chance to spend time with family. We are going to church, having a nice little Christmas service. I get to see my church family again, and then go home, eat some food, watch some football, and watch some basketball. You already know it's Christmas time, so the NBA is up. With that in mind, because it falls on Sunday, we're also getting some Sunday games. It's only 3 of them this time because most of the games are actually going to be on Christmas Eve this year, oddly enough. I'm not interested in any of the football games that are going to be on Christmas, except for like maybe one. And I think that's the Dolphins game. There's a game with like it's like 2 4-10 teams. It's like the Rams and the Broncos. Like, I have no interest in that whatsoever, so I will probably be watching basketball at that hour. But for the other game that comes on at the beginning, I believe I'm going to check the schedule here because I do not want to lie. It is going to be, Miami and the Packers. So I definitely look forward to that. And I might watch the Bucks and Cardinals, maybe. I don't know. Depends on how I'm feeling. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Christmas and watching some Christmas sports with the fam and having a good old time. And don't expect to get too many gifts this year because, people struggling. We out here struggling. Inflation was real. And, yeah, we all adults. So, I mean, it is what it is at that point. But still, getting the opportunity to spend some time with family is going to do my soul some good. I also will get a chance to maybe see a couple friends here and there, I hope. But I know everybody that I know got families and whatnot. And, sometimes people just grow apart. And because I hadn't been in Charleston in a long time, it's not too many people, excuse me, that I interact with anymore back home. It's really odd, and I wish I'd interacted with more people back home. But hopefully I'll get the opportunity to do that a little bit here. But, again, everybody is old now. We have families. Some people got kids to take care of, not me. But it is what it is. So, if you are like a brand new parent and this is like your kid's first Christmas, man, I hope that goes well. And I hope you get a chance to celebrate with your new addition to the family. For the rest of us that do not have kids and are single and whatnot, we're just going to enjoy these drinks and do what it do, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, with that in mind, I wanted to have like the rest of the crew on this episode, but everybody's busy, so it's just going to be me solo. It's going to be a quick episode. Again, it's a special episode, so you ain't going to get maybe but 10, 15 minutes out of me because it really ain't much to say other than, to wish you season's greetings and all of that. I do want to give a couple of updates here. First and foremost, rest in peace to Ronnie Hillman. For those who don't know, he was the running back for the Denver Broncos who won Super Bowl 50. He tragically passed away from cancer, and we got the news this morning, so definitely rest in peace to him. For us Steelers fans, definitely rest in peace to Franco Harris, who was the legendary Steelers running back and best known for the Immaculate Reception. And let me just say that to lose someone at 72, it's really, really heartbreaking because that is still, it's not young, but it's not like old. So, both my parents are approaching 70, so it's just like looking at it at perspective. Like 70s is not that old. It's a good life, but it's like, wow. And the fact that the Steelers were getting ready to celebrate Franco Harris, they were getting ready to celebrate the Immaculate Reception. It's the 50th anniversary. And then on top of that, they were getting ready to retire his jersey officially. So it's really just so sad to hear that he passed away before he got a chance to see that. I'm definitely big on giving people their flowers, and the Steelers were definitely planning on doing that, but God called him home. So rest in peace to Franco Harris. Another tragic death that I just found out about, Big Scar of 1017. Rest in peace to him. Now, for those who don't know Big Scar, he was one of the new additions to Gucci Mane's 1017, and he was actually like one of the forefront artists, man. And granted, listen, y'all know that I'm not a hip hop purist by any means, but I'm a hip hop lyricist. Like, I love people who give lyricism, but I like my trap shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like listening to Big Scar, man, and to see that he's gone at such a young age, 22, that is crazy. That is like absolutely crazy. From what I'm hearing, it's an overdose, and that's just so wild to me, man. And we always talk about it on this podcast, like, rappers deserve to live to grow old, man. And to see so many rappers not even make it to 25, much less, is so mind-boggling. And I really just wish that the folk in the rap game, man, I can't even say live this life, but I don't know what kind of demons Big Scar had for real. I really don't. And if I'm not mistaken, that man was just on the XXL this year. So that's just, it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. And rest in peace to him, man. My heart goes out to all the family and friends of Big Scar. And I know Gucci Mane is going through it right now, man. He got too many people who are either locked up or passed away around him, man. That's just, it's really hard. And being in the rap game, man, it's tough. So I pray for all my folk who out there who are making music and are making hip-hop music. Like, I pray for y'all every day because it ain't safe out here in more than one way. Not just because of gun violence and whatnot, but you got abuse around you as well. You got so many negative factors that surround you. So definitely rest in peace to Big Scar. I'm definitely sorry to hear that. those three deaths really just kind of hit me all this week, and that's just crazy, man. That is absolutely crazy. But anyway, for those who've also been paying attention to the Tory Lanez trial, and I said his rap name on here, but y'all know what I mean. We're still in deliberations. They're getting ready to decide whether he is guilty for aggravated assault. So we will see that play out. I'm not gonna dive deep too much into it because y'all know how I feel about Daystar Peterson, but it is what it is. I don't know what to expect, honestly, but I've seen a lot of people on here been caping for Daystar, and I don't know why. I really don't know why, but I mean, do what it do. His music ain't all that great to be caping for him like that, but that's just my personal opinion. Anyway, in other news, of course, y'all know Winter Anime is coming up. And you can check out all the other anime podcasts that I normally shout on here because they will give you the rundown of what's coming up this winter. So if you're an anime head, please just be sure that you, tune in. That's all I can really say. I don't think there's anything else or too much else that I could talk about. As far as like what's going on in the media and whatnot, it's just a lot. Yeah, it's not a lot, man. A lot of people, I will say this, a lot of people, they weren't really, it didn't feel like Christmas to them. And I will say the older you get, the more the magic of Christmas may kind of die. But ultimately, you find ways to celebrate, and we find ways to celebrate holidays that mean something to us. And Christmas has always been my favorite holiday. So I am going to make the most of it despite me getting older and despite the magic maybe dying out. And hopefully I'll get a chance to have kids one day and I'll be able to celebrate that magic of Christmas with them again. But that's another time. I don't know when. I don't know with who. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, definitely shout out to y'all who actually went and listened to the last episode, which was the interview with one Miss Simply Janine Shelby. I definitely appreciate y'all tuning in. We definitely had some technical difficulties in that show. One, I did use some new technology, and I realized that there was a whole lot of background noise on my end, and I should have muted up in spots where I wasn't talking, but I didn't think that through. Either way, you could still hear a lot of background noise, and when I use that technology, it's not the same as me actually like recording on my digital audio studio like on what I'm using, because I don't want to give out free information there. But still, it actually kind of drowns out a lot of the sounds here, minus the washing machine that you might hear in the background. But even still, it was a lot of background noise on my end. We had Johnny's mic got suppressed, so he was really trying to find a way to record that. And then Shelby's mic was muffled, so it was just a lot going on as far as the technical side. But from the way that the episode flowed, I'm still glad that it flowed the way that it did, and we still got a good 2 hours out of that. And I still appreciate each and every one of y'all for tuning into that episode. That really means a lot to me, and I know it meant a lot to Shelby. So definitely shout out to y'all if you tuned in. So what do we got in store for next year? Well, when 2023 rolls around, just know that I have a couple of interviews lined up. We still got to do an interview with Coasters, who is located in Hampton. And we have more people that we are getting ready to interview as well. And, of course, we come with you with our daily shenanigans as far as what's going on in the culture and how we can best navigate it. Remember, this culture is dedicated to not only uplifting black professionals and black content creators and black entrepreneurs and black artists, but we're also here to be sure that we highlight everything going on in the culture and how we can best navigate that so that we can be successful as well. We talk about the culture, but we also want to make sure that we shed some light on the positives as well as, make you aware of the negative things that go on. it is what it is. This is how we are as black people, man. And I know we're not a monolith as a culture, but a lot of these things that happen within black culture, especially in hip-hop culture, affect us. And it's up to us to be sure that we can give you that guide and that guide book, so that way we can all find a way to navigate together, to grow together, to eat together, and make money together. That's the important thing, man. We out here trying to get this money, man. And there's enough money out there in the world for everybody. And I wish people would have that mindset. You know, I'm a part of 2 other podcasts now. We trying to make things happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being real right now. I'm being real now. Like, we out here trying to make waves. And I'm so glad that I get a chance to be a part of Show Go High and Inside the Mind of a Blur. Like, that has been the biggest blessing so far. Is just my podcast resume has continued to grow. And I'm so glad that people actually, you know, accept me as part of their pods, because it means that they respect me as a podcaster. And that also shows that I respect them as well. And I respect what they're doing. And I love what they're doing. And I'm so glad that we are all able to coordinate on that and to collaborate on that. That is so beautiful, man. But as I was saying, there's enough money out here for everybody to eat. Whether it's in one avenue or another, man, there's enough money out here for everybody. So please don't be jealous of somebody who might be a couple of steps ahead of you. You know what I'm saying? Their journey is not your journey. Your journey is not their journey. Everybody has things that they have to get through. Everybody has obstacles to get through. And they're all different obstacles that are catered to each person. So don't think that just because you see somebody out here with a whole lot of money right now that they didn't have to go through some shit to get there. At least in most cases. Because black people in America, it's not a whole lot of nepotism going on for real, unless you're in like HBCU culture or in other things. But we're, as we've said on this podcast before, we're a step behind. A few steps behind. But still, if we get out of that mindset of, I don't want to see that next person succeed, and get into the mindset of, I want to succeed together with everybody, I guarantee you everybody in here, and at least in my circle, is going to eat. Anyway, I wasted enough of your time. I definitely hope that everybody here has a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Christmas. I hope that you get a chance to spread some love, spread some joy, spread some cheer, play some Christmas music. Christmas music ends on January 1st, by the way. Please, after January 1st, please do not play any more Christmas music. I am begging you. Don't be like those people who play Christmas music immediately after Halloween. I don't know how y'all motherfuckers do that, excuse my language, but I just cannot do that. So please cut the Christmas music off after January 1st. With that in mind, please take your Christmas decorations down on January 1st as well. Like, after the new year, take them down. Take them down, please. I'm begging you. I am begging you. Some people, I don't know how y'all be having that Christmas tree up a year round. Y'all psychos. That's all I'm going to say. Y'all are purely psychotic. But anyway, guys, I hope you have a Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah for my Jewish friends. Happy Kwanzaa for my black friends. And happy holidays for those who don't celebrate but just partake in the shenanigans. With that in mind, y'all, please be sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the Khaotic Culture Podcast. Please be sure that you follow us on all social media. You can follow us on Instagram at Khaotic Culture Pod, and you can follow us on Twitter at Khaotic_culture. You can follow me, Ket the Pro, that's K3D the Pro, on all social media. You can follow Miss Sappy on all social media at Scraps14. You can follow Miss Nasa on all social media at _callmenasa. Lost taking a break right now, so we won't worry about that. And you can follow J. Lee Trey on all social media at J. Lee Trey, including TikTok as well. Please be sure that you subscribe to the Patreon. That's patreon.com/Khaotic Culture Pod. And you can subscribe at any of the 4 levels. It's starting off at $3. That's all I'm asking for, $3 a month. That's it. And with that, when you subscribe to the podcast and you subscribe to the Patreon, you also get bonus episodes like this immediately available to you before they are released, as well as regular episodes released to you before they're released on all digital streaming platforms. As always, if you want to check out any of the artists, any of the content creators, any of the podcasts, or any of the black businesses that we highlight on this show, please be sure that you listen to other episodes, and you can check out that list at the very end of each episode and who we shout out as well. Like, definitely shout out to each and everyone who has supported this podcast podcast throughout this year. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have made the Chaotic Culture podcast something really, really meaningful to me, and I cannot thank y'all enough. The listeners, the subscribers, and everybody else who tunes in, and everybody else who has supported this podcast or been on this podcast one way or another. Like, seriously, y'all got us to 4,000 listens, or over 4,000 listens so far, and we've only been operating for 2 years. So I thank y'all. I really do. I want to get those numbers up as well, so please be sure that you share this podcast with a friend. Let them know, what we're about and what we intend to do, and how we can continue to create positivity within black culture. So definitely thank you once again, and please be sure that you share this podcast with your friend, your mama, your dog, your cat, your uncle, your great nephew, whoever it is that is in your family. Let them know about us, man. Definitely let them know, and make sure that they support us as well. We're out here trying to do amazing things in this community, and I hope that you are all doing your part as well to make this a positive experience, whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you are of a different culture, or whether you're from a different country. It doesn't matter. We all here sharing love, especially on this international holiday that is Christmas. Y'all know I'm a big Jesus guy, so shout out to my Lord and Savior. Y'all already know what it is, and y'all already know we celebrating his birth. I know the background behind Christmas, guys. Don't worry. I'm smart enough to know how this holiday came about. Let's not get into that, but just know that over here, I'm celebrating the birth of my Lord and Savior. That's all I'm going to say about that. In any case, y'all, man. Definitely shout out to everybody who continues to support Shogo High and Inside the Mind of a Blurred as well. You can definitely check me out on those podcasts as well. Shogo High will be back January 6th for a new semester, and you can check out the newest episodes of Inside the Mind of a Blurred, specifically on all your favorite DSPs and on YouTube. Definitely check us out as well, because we record episodes live, and we actually did a Secret Santa, which, shout out to Steve, man. Scuba Steve, he actually gave me a Gunpla, bruh, and y'all know how I feel about Gundams. So he gave me the Gunpla of the original, the OG Gundam, RX-78 2 Gundam, like from Mobile Suit Gundam. Yes, I am a mech head. I will proudly proclaim that. So definitely thank you, Steve, once again for the gift. Shout out to all my folk, man. Shout out to the AWA house. And once again, man, I love y'all. Thank y'all for your support. Until next time, folks, remember, embrace the culture. Chaos rules. Be blessed. Be safe. God is love. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Deuces.
Look, it's chaos in these streets, so let's talk about it, please. Let's hold some conversation. You see where I'm coming from. Yes, it's so amazing. Go ahead, get comfortable. You can grab a seat, take a load off your feet. Yeah, welcome to the table. We don't tell no lies over here. This ain't no fable. We just live our lives over here. We ain't no angels. We just shine our light over here. We got the power. We just showing love over here. 'Cause everybody needs some.